For Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. When what to my wondering eyes did appear but a roach propane truck and a man in cold weather gear? He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled up the tank, then turned with a jerk. I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight,
"Merry Christmas to all!"
Call Roach Energy at 304-263-3329.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC. At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is Prevent, Promote, Protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
The following sports broadcast is a special presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's high school basketball broadcast is being brought to you by
Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Rocks, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Brown's Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda, Craig Blair for State Senate, Orsini's Home Store, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Berkeley County Health Department, Hagerstown Ford, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Modern Realty Results, Ollie's, The Palace Lounge, Bechtel Jewelers, Cody's Auto Body, WVU Medicine, Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance, and the Mountaineer Grill and Pub.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
Skip Fowler Memorial Classic rolls on here, 7.5 minutes away from tip-off between Linsly and Martinsburg. Here, Dylan Bishop and Nick Verzolini with you for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. John Alderton, our cameraman, Colin McLaughlin back in the studio here on this abridged version of the Parsons Ford Countdown to Tip-Off, brought to you by Parsons Ford at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons. Now, Nick, with only 7 minutes to go before tip-off here, let's get right into our coach's interview, brought to you by Rock's Local Market, with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Rock's, fast, fresh, and friendly. Our interview with Coach Dave Rogers of the Martinsburg We're here with Coach Rogers of the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Coach, you guys were able to get the win against North Hagerstown yesterday. A bit of a slow start from your team, but the second half you guys came around and you were able to get the win. What did you like from your team in yesterday's game, particularly that second half?
Well, I told them today in the shoot-around that first quarter we looked like the Bad News Bears. And a lot of that has to do because we haven't played for a long while. So they got the rust off, came back, did a nice job in the second quarter, and I thought the second half we turned up the pressure a little bit. Still not shooting the ball real well like we like to and like we know we can. So, again, that will come also, but there was a lot of energy on that floor.
So coming into tonight, you guys were facing Linsly. They were able to get a big win against Washington yesterday. What did you see from that team yesterday that you've talked to your team about when it comes to playing them tonight?
Well, they're very good with a lot of size. Have kids on their team from all over the world. I mean, some of them don't even speak English, and it's when you can go get those kind of players. Then you're going to have a good basketball team, and they've had a good basketball team the last couple of years, and so they're well coached. Dave does a nice job. They're just a private school that they stay on campus, and if you're not doing anything, go in the gym and play. But you know what? They're well drilled. They're good athletes. We're anxious to play them. It's a good test for us.
What do you think when it comes to the specific sort of keys that you will or have talked to your team about for tonight that they need to do to be able to be successful against them?
Well, we can't handle them one-on-one down inside. So, when that ball goes inside, we got to dig in and yet be able to make sure you do it in the right way that you can get back to your man who's maybe a shooter, because they're going to put a shooter on the same side with the low post, and we have to do that. We have to block off. We didn't do a real good job blocking off last night. So we have to, when you play a big team like that, you got to limit them to one shot and take them off the glass, and again, it's not always the biggest guy that's your best rebounder. It's a guy that can block off and go after the ball. So, that's just fundamentals in it. We've got to take care of the ball. I thought last night we drove the lane and we put up shots we shouldn't have put up. We should have dished it, and we talked about that today. So we got to get back to the fundamentals. We got to do what's right. Basketball is a game of decisions. When I dribble drive, if you show, I'm going to dish. If you don't show, I'm probably going to the hole. But you got to be able to recognize that. And then shooters have got to be ready to shoot because they got length on you. So you can't stand there and contemplate. If you're going to shoot it, you're going to catch it and shoot it.
After these two games, yesterday and today, what are you hoping that your team has taken away from the Skip Fowler Memorial this year?
Well, it's again, we just need playing time. We brought in got really two seniors that play, and the rest are all underclassmen. So, we want to get better every day. We want to, every day we walk in this gym, we want to get better. We want to be more fundamentally sound. We want to be able to put the pressure on people. We want to be able to press. But we have to be real patient with the ball tonight, and every shot's important.
All right, Coach, thanks for the time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
That was Coach Rogers of the Martinsburg Bulldogs with our Rocks Local Market Coaches interview here on the Parsons 4 Countdown Tip-Off. Let's take a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll get Nick Verzolini's keys to the game, and we'll be ready for tip-off here at the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Finally, West Virginia is moving in the right direction. As your West Virginia Senate President, Craig Blair has passed the most conservative legislative agenda in the nation. He has fought for our values like banning elective abortions, protecting our Second Amendment rights, and prevented boys from playing in girls' sports. Senator Craig Blair championed the largest tax cut in the history of our state. Craig Blair, a strong conservative leader. Promises made, promises kept. This election, vote for Republican Craig Blair for State Senate. Paid for by the committee to re-elect Craig Blair.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Welcome back to Martinsburg High School. 30 seconds until clock runs out for warm-ups. And get ready for tip-off here between Martinsburg and Linsly in the Skip Fowler Memorial Classics last game here. And we'll get Nick Verzolini's keys to the game. And the key to your next car is at the Dutch Miller Automotive Group. The keys to the game brought to you by the Dutch Miller Auto Group, home of friends and family pricing. Nick, your keys to the game.
Well, I think first for Martinsburg, the thing that jumps out is the size, obviously, for Linsly. But, while rebounding is obviously always a key. So I feel like that's a little obvious. I think it's going to come down to shot selection for them. At times, their shot selection was really bad yesterday against North Hagerstown. It got better as the game went on. That will need to continue here today against Linsly, who we know is going to probably dominate on the glass, is probably going to get second chance opportunities. They want to get out and run just like you do. So your shot selection is going to have to be really important if you want to have any chance of keeping up with this team here tonight, who can do a lot of different things on both ends of the floor. Another thing for Martinsburg, I think, will be to try to rely on your athleticism to your strength and match up as well as you can with a veteran and talented team in Linsly who can do a lot of different things. So I think that's going to be important. And then on the Linsly side, just continue to, get into your game, do your thing. I mean, really, they have a pretty complete-looking team. It's a pretty intimidating team when you watch them warm up. They have length, size, shooting. Their guards have length, size, and shooting. Their post players have, the good moves down low as well. So it's a pretty complete team. So I really feel like just, as long as they come out, play their game, don't overlook this Martinsburg team, because there's talent on the Martinsburg side. Cheek and King in the backcourt, as well as Chase Shipley, are all very talented guys. Awuna, I think, has a ton of potential. They may not have the size to match up with you completely if you're Linsly, but they have talent as well. So should be a good game. I think there's potential for Martinsburg to keep it close if they can do some good things on offense. But it's going to come down to their ability to score, I think, tonight, because their defense is solid enough that could possibly cause Linsly some problems. But Linsly has enough size and athleticism that it's going to be a tough matchup for Martinsburg. But I'm excited to see how they played and how things play out here tonight.
Get to our starting lineups, brought to you by the Marius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg or call them at 304-263-4343. No changes for Linsly from yesterday. DeRay Goodwin, Will Taylor, Nassif Luboa, Euros Petrovic, and Luka Keeman. On the other side for Martinsburg, Keyshawn Cheek in the starting lineup. It goes Josiah King, Keyshawn Cheek, Chase Shipley, Kyrie Bunny, and Anthony Awuna. We'll get the opening tip-off brought to you by Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, representing accident and injury claims for over 50 years. Go to SkinnerWins.com.
It's a little interesting. Martinsburg went with what was probably their best lineup in this lineup that they have out on the floor right now, but it's an undersized lineup against a pretty big and long Linsly team, so we'll see how they match up.
Chase Shipley with the ball up top. They'll get it over to Cheek, who had great game yesterday.
Once he got going, he
16 points in the end off the bench for Cheek. Now he's in the starting lineup. Bunny works it over to King. Get into the right corner for Awuna. He'll drive the baseline and kick it to the other corner. Now it's in the hands of King. Right corner again, guarded closely by Keeman. Looking for room to maneuver. He'll work the ball back out to Cheek up top, and they'll reset.
I think this is good for Martinsburg. If they can kind of limit the possessions against a team that probably has the ability to put up 60, 70 points tonight, that could be helpful.
Awuna drives in, tries to go up and under with the layup, and it's blocked by Goodwin. Linsly will take their first possession the other way. It'll be Goodwin up top with the ball. Get it to Keeman. Ball tipped out of bounds by King. It'll stay with Linsly. Minute and 5 seconds of run off the clock in this game so far. No score yet. Keeman drives against Shipley, puts the ball up. No good off the backboard. Rebounded by Petrovic. And here comes Martinsburg the other way. Kyrie Bunny, fast break layup, too strong. Rebounded by King, but then they'll turn it over. And here comes Linsly driving the other way. Taylor with the ball. Drives past two defenders. He puts a floater up. Not enough on it. Rebounded by Cheek. And on the other side, it'll be a reach-in foul by Taylor. It'll be the first foul on him. Bunny will inbound at the Cheek. He'll walk the ball up past half court. He drives in the lane past Taylor, puts up a floater, some contact, no good, no call. Goodwin gets the rebound in the end. He runs the ball up himself. Pass it to Taylor. Pump fake. Drive and the dish over to Luboa. And that's the first 2 points up on the board in this one.
Impressive there from Linsly. Great, dish from Taylor to Luboa, who runs the floor really well. And if they can get out and run, it's going to be very tough for Martinsburg to keep up.
King drives. He kicks it out. Right corner. Shot from Awuna, no good. I'll go the other way. Luboa. Ball ends up right wing for Taylor. His three-pointer is good. Makes it 5-0. The score for Linsly.
Well, just great ball movement on the other end for Linsly. Here's
errant pass. And they're going to have to call a backcourt violation. Crowd's not happy about it, but the ball wasn't deflected into the backcourt by Linsly. So,
no, that's the right call from the officials, and you were right on top of it as well, Dylan. So, not tipped there. I thought Keeman though was going to go out and get that one and get a dunk, but
5:27 left in the first quarter. It's 5-0 Linsly.
Luckily for Martinsburg, you rather have the backcourt violation.
Taylor works against King. He works the ball into the lane for a floater. He's fouled. He'll go to the line for two. A lot of contact that was let go on the way to the basket there. Some hand fighting as he was dribbling. Foul goes on Cheek. That's his first. .5:16 left to go in the first quarter. Taylor's first free throw is good after it bounces a few times off the rim.
Martinsburg down 6-0 now.
Second free throw from Taylor is good. Make it 7-0. 5 points for Will Taylor. Cheek works the ball, guarded by Luboa. Gives it to Shipley on the left wing. He drives, he kicks. Cheek gets the screen. Linsly switches, and they'll work the ball back around up top. King with the ball. They'll reset the offense up top. Dribbles over to the right wing. Get the screen. Looking for room to maneuver against Will Taylor. Gets into the lane. Left-handed layup from Josiah King. His first 2 points for Martinsburg.
He's only a freshman, but you already see a lot of talent in Josiah King. And really, again, this backcourt is the strength of this Martinsburg team. Yes, they have some length as well off the bench, but I think the guard play could be what helps them get to the next level.
Great defense by Kyrie Bunny. Gets the deflection and the steal. He passes the ball up to Josiah King. There's two more on the fast break layup all by himself. Just over 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Martinsburg makes it 7-4. Only down by 3. On the other end, Taylor goes quick. Layup no good. Rebounded by Awuna.
And those are the situations that they need Awuna to be in and win those possessions for Martinsburg.
And it's going to be a turnover by the Bulldogs. Taylor gets it up to Goodwin. He'll pass the ball to Keeman. No good. And coming in for the layup and the rebound attempt was Petrosic. But it goes out of bounds, so Martinsburg will get the ball.
I know I said earlier if Martinsburg can kind of limit the possessions, that could be a good thing for the Bulldogs. But based on what we've seen, yesterday from this team and so far today, they're at their best when the game's going quick, when they're going to the rim, getting easy layups. So while maybe limiting the possessions would be a good strategy against Linsly, it may hurt Martinsburg because their half-court offense really hasn't been there so far.
It hasn't. They're work the ball. Awuna up top. Dribble handoff to Bunny. I'll get him to the left wing for King now. Driving against Keeman. He dishes. The mid-range jumper from Bunny was no good. Blocked by Keeman. We'll get a foul going the other way. A push. 2:59 to go in the first quarter. First quarter on TV 10 brought to you by Brown Funeral Homes and Cremation. Robert Fields & Sons, a family-owned full-service funeral home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown, Ranson. Proudly serving our area since 1880. Going the other way, Luboa drives all the way in. Left-handed layup on the right side is good. Make it 9-4 Linsly. On the other side, Keyshawn Cheek goes up strong, and he's fouled by Petrosic. And he'll go to the line.
Yeah, that's a good take by Keyshawn Cheek. He put the defense in a real tough situation there. Petrosic just kind of had to foul with really the way Cheek was maneuvering his way to the basket.
First quarter also brought to you by CMA's Honda of Winchester at 3985 Valley Pike. CMA moving lives forward as the first free throw from Keyshawn Cheek is good. Makes it 9-5.
The impressive thing about Linsly is their depth. Salazar, who just checked in, he came in off the bench, and Washington just couldn't stop him on the offensive glass yesterday. He ended up scoring in double figures.
Cheek goes 2 for 2, makes it 9-6. 2:40 left in the first quarter. Luboa guarded by Cheek all the way up the court. He goes up strong again, too strong. That time, here comes Martinsburg on the fast break. Bunny with it, stops. Little jump shot from about 5 feet away, no good. He'll be rebounded, and here comes Linsly. Fast-paced game, and there's another turnover. Josiah King working the ball up, kicks it out to Keyshawn Cheek for 3. That's good! Keyshawn Cheek ties the game 9 with 2:10 left in the first quarter.
Now Martinsburg, off of a made basket, can get into its press. You don't expect a team like Linsly to have issues with the press, but hey, anytime you speed a team up, even if they have talent, it can help you out. If they're not used to playing that way, at least.
Long 3 from Taylor. It's an air ball. Out of bounds it goes. And Martinsburg gets the ball back with a chance to take the lead again here early on in this one.
Yeah, we're tied at 9. Minute 40 to go in this first quarter, and
shouldn't even say take the lead again. It would be their first lead.
Yeah, that's a good point. Here's Cheek.
It's a 3 from Cheek, and that's also short. Hits the rim, though. Bounces off. Luboa has it. Up to Taylor. Driving. And Chase Shipley tries to draw a charge. Feet are still moving, though. So it'll be the first foul on Shipley.
Well, what happened on that last possession is what Coach Rogers talked about with you in the pregame, Dylan. If you're going to shoot it, shoot it. If you hesitate against this team, they have enough length to make up for any open looks that they initially give you. So if you hesitate, they're going to get out there and block your shot or contest it really well, and that's what happened on that last possession on the Keyshawn Cheek 3. He kind of hesitated a little bit, And Linsly recovered.
Luboa drives and kicks it over to the open man.
Salazar there.
Yeah, Ruben Salazar off the bench. His first 2 points, 11-9. Linsly takes the lead. 1:08 left in the first quarter. Keyshawn Cheek with it on the right wing. Takes a screen. Working against Salazar. Spins into the lane. Puts up a shot. No good. Rebounded by Luboa, who looks like he got hit in the face on that one. No call. But he works his way back up the court. He'll get it in low to Salazar. Working against his defender inside. He gets 2 more points. Salazar working against Awuna.
Yeah, he's just tough inside like we saw it against Washington. Salazar, not the biggest guy on this team, but just has good post moves. He's physical. And the EPAC hasn't really been able to body him up at all. So
13-9, 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Keyshawn Cheek dribbling the ball out, dribbling the clock out for the last shot of the quarter. Move it over to Awuna, right corner, back to Cheek. Now to Chase Shipley, pulls up for 3. He knocks it down with 3 seconds to go. Makes it a 1-point game at the end of the first quarter. 3-quarter court shot by Linsly, no good at the buzzer. And we'll go to the second quarter with Martinsburg down just 1 point, 13-12 after 8 minutes. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with quarter number 2. This is the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Toyotathon is on at CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg, and there's never been a better time to get inside a new Toyota. Right now, get up to $3,000 off MSRP on select new Camry models, or get up to $1,500 off MSRP on select new Corolla models. Or check out a new RAV4 and get up to $2,300 off MSRP on select models. And every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care and our lifetime powertrain warranty. Visit us online at CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
13-12, Linsly over Martinsburg after 1 quarter. Here we'll start. 3-pointer by Chase Shipley with 3 seconds to go in that quarter. Cut the lead to 1. Now Linsly will start the second quarter with the ball. Dylan Bishop and Nick Verzolini here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 for the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic, the last game of the Classic. Linsly working the ball to Goodwin. He kicks this one out to Vezabach. I'll work the ball around to the other side now. It's Keeman with the ball. He gets it over to Vezabach again. 3-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Cheek. And here he brings the ball up. Cheek gets into the lane. Drives, right hand, scores. 7 points for Keyshawn Cheek. Gives Martinsburg a 1-point lead.
Well, Martinsburg sticking around here early on. Washington stuck around for a little bit against Linsly, but it seems like the intensity on the Martinsburg side has been able to match this very talented Linsly team so far.
Goodwin with a long 2 that's no good, but rebounded by Keeman. Keeps the ball with Linsly, working the ball around, some pressure. Ball ends up with Salazar. Nice dish on the block by Vezabach. Salazar with 6 points.
Like we said before, the offensive rebounds are going to be tough. You got to keep this team off the glass.
15-14, Linsly back on top after the lead change. Martinsburg with the ball, right wing, it's Shipley, pulls up, long 2, no good. Rebounded eventually by Goodwin. And here he comes on the break. 3-on-2 for Linsly. Salazar fouled as he goes up for the layup by Cheek. 6:27 left in the half. He'll go to the line for 2 shots.
The other thing is Martinsburg hasn't used its bench. So, Awuna, he's fighting down low. He's the big guy right now. We'll see if anybody comes in here. It looks like Height's going to check in.
And that will be Garrett Height, in fact, for Cheek. Early foul trouble for Cheek. He'll get himself a break. Salazar made the first.
Yeah, it's 2 on him, so it's big.
And both are good. It's 8 points now off the bench for Ruben Salazar against this smaller lineup for Martinsburg. That's the first we've seen Coach Rodgers go to the bench also. Left wing, it's Bunny, now top of the key for King. He works one-on-one. Guarded closely, floater, but no good. Keeman with good defense, rebounded by Taylor. He's going to throw the ball up for Salazar, and he's going to get 2 more and the foul. Salazar beating the defense up the floor. Nice pass by Will Taylor. And you get the foul on Garrett Height. Salazar, 10 points already. 6 minutes before halftime. He's had a chance to make it 11. And he will. 20-14. Linsly leads with 5:59 left in the second quarter.
Zaire Richardson's going to come on as, again, they need somebody out there to try to match Salazar. So we'll see if Awuna takes him and then Richardson takes Goodwin.
Into the lane is King, blocked, but goaltending as it hit off the backboard first. So Goodwin almost had himself a nice block off the backboard. But instead it'll be 2 points for Josiah King. Gets himself up to 6.
This will allow Martinsburg to get back into that press.
They will beat it. Goodwin has it. Works the ball, dish to Salazar, blocked by Kyrie Bunny. Here comes Awuna the other way. They'll slow it down, though. Didn't have the numbers.
Bunny got hops.
5:25 left in the second quarter. Martinsburg down by 4, 20-16. King working against Salazar on the right wing into the corner. And he loses control of his dribble, gets it back, though. And they'll work it back over to the top of the key to Bunny, and now back to King. He dribbles, looking for room against Vezabach, dishes it to Bunny, and Bunny pulls up, hits the 3. 20-19 with 5 minutes until halftime.
Well, Bunny doing it on both ends with the defensive effort on the block and then the three-pointer. And Martinsburg just staying around here, 2019. Bunny now gets a strip and a steal, or at least a turnover.
Yeah, they'll say last touch by Linsly. 4:44 left in the second quarter. Martinsburg down 20-19. They get the ball back with a chance to regain the lead. Second quarter on TV 10, brought to you in part by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg, or at Orsini's.com. King over to Richardson on the right wing. Awuna up top. Left wing for Bunny. He can find some room. He's blocked, though, as he tries to take a mid-range jumper. Here comes Linsly the other way. Will Taylor spins, loses control, finds the dish, though. What a pass as he's falling to the ground to Salazar. And Salazar's up to 13 points in the half. 22-19, Linsly leads.
Yeah, nothing really you can do about that. Just, great play from Taylor. Salazar's pretty much money if he gets it on the block.
The other side, Martinsburg trying to find room to get inside. King driving on Taylor, left hand, up and good off the backboard. Josiah King with 8 points, makes it a 1-point deficit once more. Here comes full court press. And Awuna gets the ball, knocks it out of bounds, but it's last touch by him, so it'll stay with Linsly.
Well, if Martinsburg keeps this up, I said last night Martinsburg may not be quite back. They might be back, Dylan. This is very impressive.
They're moving their way up on the
Are
we back meter.
They're Texas.
Exactly.
Texas is back.
Three-pointer by Keeman, no good. Matthew Robinson checks into the game for Martinsburg. So here we go. Bulldogs with a chance to take the lead back again. 3:20 left in the half. 22-21, they trail. Height will get the ball to King, working the ball up top against Luboa. And he's asking him to clear it out, and he moves over to the right wing. Gets it to Height. Tries to pass it over to Awuna, but passes it out of bounds. It wasn't deflected, it's just a turnover. Second quarter on TV 10 also brought to you by Craig Blair for State Senate, the Eastern Panhandle's first and only Senate President and Lieutenant Governor. Fiscal and social conservative who's making West Virginia great again by cutting taxes and creating jobs. Re-elect Craig Blair in 2024. And we get a carry by Linsly on the other end. They'll turn it over with 2:50 left to go in the half.
And Cash Gideon's going to check in for Martinsburg. So Bulldogs with some momentum. 2:50 to go in the first half, Dylan. Good stuff here.
And with that, we'll get a timeout. And we'll take a 30-second break with them. This is the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. (22-21). Martinsburg trails Linsly here with 2:50 to go in the second quarter here in the final game of the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic here in 2023. Dylan Bishop and Nick Verzolini here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. On the TV side, our cameraman for the entire Skip Fowler Memorial Classic has been John Alderton, and back in the studio, we'll hear from him at halftime and postgame, Colin McLaughlin.
The legend, John Alderton, to you.
Of course. Back we go. Martinsburg with the ball. Matthew Robinson over to Garrett Height. Pulls up from around the free throw line. No good. Rebounded by Zaire Robinson. Richardson, excuse me. Or Richardson and Robinson. King working the ball. Right wing. He's going to try to drive on Keeman. Puts it up. Off the backboard and in. Josiah King having himself a nice first half, up to 10 points. Martinsburg takes the lead back. And 5-second violation on the inbound by Linsly. Martinsburg gets it right back.
Yeah, they're playing really well. And Linsly looks dysfunctional, which is kind of crazy to say after what we saw from them yesterday. I mean, this is a team that, again, their coach and Dave Wojak has coached, at the highest level at San Jose State. He's coached at a lot of different schools, so.
Rebound by Goodwin. Eventually the ball goes out of bounds. Gideon tried to chase it down. Linsly with 1:58 to go. Going against the full court press of Martinsburg. And here comes a trap. And he travels. Taylor travels. Martinsburg gets the ball back.
And how about this scrappy second unit of Martinsburg? Going up against a much bigger, much more experienced Linsly team.
Yeah, Josiah King, the only starter out on the floor right now. It's Height, Richardson, Robinson, and Gideon. Gideon, 35, even though on the roster they have Xerxes Yancey as number 35. He drives in the lane, gets his own rebound after a miss. Another miss, rebounded by Height. Ball tipped out of bounds by Linsly, so we'll stay with the Bulldogs.
You got a couple members of that football team. Of course, some guys joined the football team from the basketball team. But Gideon, Yancey, Reed, kind of known more known for their football careers here at Martinsburg.
And some of those players not available. Yancey on the bench and street close. Rashad Reed not here as it's a turnover by King. Here comes Linsly. Fast the other way. Keeman, left-handed layup is good. So Linsly takes the lead right back.
And I think they've brought some good leadership to this group at the very least, even if they're not, necessarily known for their basketball talent.
Gideon, a lot of room to maneuver. Drives in, kicks it over to Richardson. He's fouled as he goes up for the shot. So 56.6 left to go in the half. We'll see Zaire Richardson go to the free throw line with a chance to tie this one back up or give Martinsburg a 1-point lead. First free throw from Richardson, no good. Richardson gets the ball back for his second free throw, puts up the shot, and goes 0 for 2 from the line. It's rebounded by Goodwin. Taylor pushes the ball up. Now they'll work. Rejects the screen from Goodwin. Does Taylor. Now they'll take another shot at it. They switch the screen. Gideon comes in with a reach-in foul. 40.3 left on the clock here in the second quarter. It's only the fourth foul on Martinsburg. They had one to give. They'll inbound it to Taylor in the backcourt. He'll work it. Guarded by King. He gets the ball to Luboa. Here comes a trap, double team, doesn't get the ball. Goodwin gets up with the ball in the left corner, misses long. But the ball is knocked out of bounds by Height. So it will stay with Linsly. And we'll get a timeout here with 23.2 seconds from Linsly left in the half. Well, we can keep it here. Again, just 23.2 until halftime. It looks like Awuna's going to check back in for the Bulldogs. And this has been a good one so far, Nick. Tightly contested the entire way.
Yeah, I mean, Martinsburg's playing good on the defensive end. I think that's clearly given them a lift. Their pressure's been good. Linsly's gotten a little bit out of sync. Hasn't really had the ball on this side of the court, it feels like, in a long time for a sustained possession. So they call a timeout here at 24-23. But, yeah, give credit to Martinsburg. I mean, they're playing hard. They're fighting. They're definitely frustrating this Linsly team. Can they keep it up for the final 16 minutes of basketball? That's still yet to be determined, but I'm very impressed with the Bulldogs' fight here in this first half.
Deep inbound all the way into the backcourt. And I would have thought the same. Goodwin caught the ball, took 2 steps before dribbling. 12 seconds left on the clock. Taylor working against King. No one moving around. He picks up his dribble with 5 seconds left. They get the ball back to him. He's trying to find room to maneuver. 2 seconds, 1 second. Tries to pass it. And it's turned over. He passed it right to Garrett Height. We'll go into the locker rooms at 24-23. A 1-point lead for Linsly. We'll take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm halftime show. The Skip Fowler Memorial Classic here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
Toyotathon is on at CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg, and there's never been a better time to get inside a new Toyota. Right now, get up to $3,000 off MSRP on select new Camry models, or get up to $1,500 off MSRP on select new Corolla models. Or check out a new RAV4 and get up to $2,300 off MSRP on select models. And every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care and our lifetime powertrain warranty. Visit us online at CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
Finally, West Virginia is moving in the right direction. As your West Virginia Senate President, Craig Blair has passed the most conservative legislative agenda in the nation. He has fought for our values like banning elective abortions, protecting our Second Amendment rights, and prevented boys from playing in girls' sports. Senator Craig Blair championed the largest tax cut in the history of our state. Craig Blair, a strong conservative leader. Promises made, promises kept. This election, vote for Republican Craig Blair for State Senate. Paid for by the Committee to Re-elect Craig Blair.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
Welcome into the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm halftime show. Brought to you by the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. Here at halftime, Martinsburg trails Linsly by 1 point, 24-23. Dylan Bishop and Nick Verzolini here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Before we get into Nick's thoughts on the first half, let's get you our first half stats, brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect. Offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. For Linsly, it's 5 points for Will Taylor, 4 points for Nassif Luboa, 2 points for Luca Keeman, and 13 off the bench for Ruben Salazar. And then on the other end for Martinsburg, 10 points for Josiah King, 7 for Keyshawn Cheek, 3 for Chase Shipley, and 3 for Kyrie Bunny. Nick, what was your thoughts on that first half?
Before we get those, I want to shout out the Skip Fowler classic sponsors, Smallwood and Small Insurance, the Brown Funeral Homes, Pennington Auto, United Bank, the Holiday Inn, Palmer Investments, Chick-fil-A, Domino's, Orsini's, the Auto Spa Express, and King's Pizza in Falling Waters. But Dylan, yeah, I mean, we touched on it right before halftime there. I just feel like Martinsburg's playing great on the defensive end, bringing a lot of good intensity. Some things they could probably do better, continue to get good shots, rebound. It's tough to get rebounds against this Linsly team, but you got to try to box out. And overall, I think they found some good things with their rotation, too, and some role players coming in kind of cold off the bench and playing hard. So I've been very impressed with Martinsburg. I think Linsly is a team that's a little bit out of sync right now. If they can get back into sync, I think they'll pull away. But if Martinsburg can keep this up, maybe they can keep it a competitive game and really surprise me based on what I saw at times last night. I've been very impressed today with how they've responded and gotten better.
Well, with that, let's send it to Colin McLaughlin in the studio for a quick halftime scoreboard show. We have 5.5 minutes until the start of the second half. We'll take a 2-minute break, and you'll hear from Colin with some scores from around the sports world. This is the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
The Skinner family has been representing West Virginians for more than 50 years.
We've changed the name of our firm to Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers because we want to be clear about what we do. We represent people who have been in car, truck, and other catastrophic accidents.
We're here to be a voice for the injured and vulnerable, and we take that job seriously with deep commitment to serving our clients wherever they are.
Just Google Skinner Accident Lawyer or visit skinnerwins.com. We'll treat you like family.
Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer deaths in the United States each year. But do you know the radon levels in your home? Home is a place to live, love, and laugh, not a place to breathe air containing radon. The Berkeley and Morgan County Health Departments are distributing free confidential radon test kits, and you can get yours at the Berkeley County Health Department office in Martinsburg and the Morgan County Health Department office in Berkeley Springs. Protect your home and family. Get your free radon test kit today.
Welcome to the And One Halftime Scoreboard Show on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10, as well as WRNR TV on YouTube. At the half between Linsly High School out of Wheeling and the Martinsburg Bulldogs in the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic. 24-23, Linsly leads Martinsburg. Let's now get some halftime scoreboard show action going. Take a look now at some college football bowl game scores. Final score, AutoZone Liberty Bowl, Memphis 36, Iowa State 26. Earlier today in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, it was Notre Dame all over Oregon State 40-8. Clemson gets the win over Kentucky in comeback fashion 38-35 in the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. And going on right now, just getting underway, 10.5 minutes left in quarter number one. It's the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic between number 9 Missouri and number 7 Ohio State. That wraps things up here on the halftime scoreboard show. Again at the half, Linsly 24, Martinsburg 23 is the score. We'll step aside, take another 2-minute break, then send it back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse for the second half here of day 2. The Skip Fowler Memorial Classic. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer!
The Mountaineer Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Mondays, Karaoke Tuesdays, Steak Night Wednesdays and Sundays, Boneless Swing Night Thursdays, and DJ and/or karaoke, again Fridays and Saturdays. And remember, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Mondays through Fridays is happy hour with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer!
'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. When what to my wondering eyes did appear but a roach propane truck and a man in cold weather gear? He spoke not a word but went straight to his work and filled up the tank, then turned with a jerk. I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight,
Merry Christmas to all!
Call Roach Energy at 304-263-3329.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory.
I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack. Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory.
I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack. Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Back here for the second half between Linsly and Martinsburg. Bulldogs trail by 1 point here on their home floor in the final game of the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic. And there's the inbound, and we start the third quarter. Dylan Bishop and Nick Verzolini here for Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10. Keyshawn Cheek driving in the lane, and I think before the shot on the floor is fouled by Will Taylor.
Yeah, Cheek got in foul trouble. That's another thing to note. You know, he was out of the game for a while with his 2 fouls, and Martinsburg still stuck around with arguably their best player not in the game. So
it was 7 first-half points for Cheek despite the foul trouble. Josiah King led the way with 10. He tries to keep it going here. Chase Shipley drives in the lane, misses a shot, Awuna gets the rebound, but there's a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to Linsly. More full-court pressure here from Martinsburg. Ball's inbounded to Keeman, down over to Taylor. And the pressure will back off. Taylor brings the ball up. Gets a screen from Goodwin. Passes the ball to Goodwin. He gets a three-pointer attempt on the left corner. Misses. Rebound. The pass from Luboa over to Petrusik. He gets his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, again, that was a situation where you got to box out on the back side if you're Martinsburg. You force them into a pretty tough shot, but you don't get the defensive rebound. You allow the offensive rebound, and that's going to be easy points for Linsly.
King with the ball in the left wing. Get it out to the top of the key for Awuna. Dribble handoff to Kyrie Bunny. Gets a screen from Awuna now. Have to give it up to King. Gets into the middle. Tough shot. No good. Rebounded by Luboa. He'll bring the ball up to Goodwin. Swings it over to the corner. Keeman kicks out to Luboa. Now one more pass to Taylor for three. He knocks it down. Will Taylor gives Linsly a 6-point lead. We haven't seen much of a lead like that for either team so far. And on the other end, ball ends up to Awuna on the right block, and he puts it up for 2 points of his own. Makes it 29-25.
Yeah, that's what they miss when Keyshawn Cheek's not in the game, his ability to find his teammates like Anthony Awuna and then make those guys better when they get the basketball.
Will Taylor spinning in the lane, blocked by Awuna. Goodwin ends up with it, takes another shot, miss, rebounded by Cheek. He pushes the ball up to Shipley. Here he comes, takes a tough layup, left hand, no good. Goodwin gets it. He's going to throw it up to Will Taylor. His layup is good. Will Taylor with 5 quick second half points. Puts the Cadets back up by 6. 31-25 with 5.5 left to go in the third quarter. Kyrie Bunny up top. Swings it over to King. Now they'll weave it over to Cheek. Cheek gets a screen from Shipley. He's just going to pull up from 3. Too strong. And a loose ball foul on Martinsburg. Or no, it hit the wire up above the backboard. You're right there, Nick. The ball goes to Linsly, out of bounds. Goodwin trying to inbound it. They already got 1 5-second violation earlier with his full court pressure, but he gets this one in.
Yeah, they're not trying to trap off of it or anything. Just speed the game up a little bit.
Taylor, ball inside, misses. Ball ends up back outside for Keeman. Long 3, missed. And this one will be a loose ball foul on Linsly.
There's a great box out by Keyshawn Cheek, and then the Linsly defender, I think it was
Petrusik.
Okay, it's Petrusik who they called it on?
I believe so.
I thought maybe Luboa got called for it, but yeah, I think you were right. Yeah, that's second on Petrusik there, so. Tough positioning, though, to get that rebound. He tries to fight for the positioning and then ends up picking up a foul.
Chase Shipley out to Keyshawn Cheek, top of the key 3, no good. Rebounded by Bunny. He's blocked by Petrusik. They get the ball back, though. Keyshawn Cheek puts up a shot and is fouled. 2 free throws coming up for Keyshawn Cheek.
That's, I feel like, Keyshawn's strength. He can shoot the 3, but usually more in transition, wide open type looks. Don't love his half-court pull-up threes, but if he's going to the rim, that's his strength. And I think if you can get him inside, obviously he missed that free throw. At times he's been a struggling free throw shooter, but he can make them. It's just his consistency thing with him.
First one misses, second one hits for Keyshawn Cheek for his 8th point of the night. 31-26 Linsly's lead is now.
Because he has a good free throw shot, he doesn't always go through his full thing with consistency.
Corner 3 from Vezabach is no good. Martinsburg rebounds, goes up. Corner 3 on the other end from Bunny, also no good. Rebounded by Vezabach.
I think Martinsburg's settling for too many threes.
Luboa brings the ball up, tries to get a step back to the three-point line, but he pushed off Onawuna. An offensive foul.
It can be intimidating and it can be tough, when you got 6'7", 6'9", 6'6", all kind of matching up on you to get to the rim. But that's this team's, biggest strength. They're not going to be a knockdown three-point shooting team necessarily. They have a few guys that can make them occasionally, but going to the rim, using their ability to pass the ball to get to the rim too. Don't just go ISO. I think that's when this team can be really talented and show their ability to keep up with a team like Linsly.
Chase Shipley pulls up for a long three, and it's an air ball. And there's that shot selection again.
Yeah, again, you don't need that three there. You're only down 5. You have plenty of time in this game to get back into it.
3:30 to go in the third quarter. Third quarter on TV 10, brought to you in part by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to fordofhagerstown.com.
And I'm not saying they need to go to the rim every single time, but you need rhythm three-pointers. Those are when you're going to be at your best. Pulling up for threes contested from 35 feet aren't going to go in too often.
Will Taylor works into the lane against Cheek, spins, throws up a wild shot, but Cheek is called for the foul with 3:06 left to go in the quarter. So he'll go to the line. Third quarter on TV 10. Also brought to you in part by Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. You can call them at 304-263-3361. Will Taylor, 5 points in the first half, 5 points in the third quarter. Now make it 6 as the first free throw goes.
Yeah, it's interesting that Taylor has just been there. Arguably, he's been their best player. He's the first player that their coach pointed out yesterday in my pregame interview. And he's not that 6'7", 6'6", player from a different country or anything like that that's just, this freakish athlete. He's a 6'1" point guard who, just plays really smart, plays really tough.
Chase Shipley driving in the lane. He's blocked, but not without contact. Draws the foul. I believe this is going to go on Petrosic. Yes, it is. That's his third foul.
And there may be guys that, on this roster that end up going farther with their basketball careers than Taylor, but when it comes to where they're at right now, he's their best player, and it's pretty impressive.
And with that, Ruben Salazar will get off the bench. First free throw from Shipley is good. His first point of the second half. Salazar checks in after leading the team by far in points in the first half. He had 13 in the first half. The rest of Linsly only combined for 11, as the second free throw is good from Shipley.
Salazar's just all fundamentals. He's not really flashy, but
the big fundamental, you say?
He's the big fundamental of Linsly basketball.
They're stolen after the pressure by Martinsburg, but they can't keep a hold of it. Cheek poked it away, but then the ball rolls out of bounds down the court off of his hand. 2:33 left in the third quarter. Martinsburg trails by 5, 33-28. Still seeing some of that full court pressure from Martinsburg. And Linsly's been able to break it for the most part. Will Taylor gets it past the half-court marker. Luboa kicks out. Vezabach, long three-pointer, no good. Tipped. Ends up in Martinsburg's hands. King had it. Now we go to Cheek. Nice pass. No look by Cheek. The bounce pass to Awuna. And he puts it in for 2. 33-30.
Well, I'll tell you what. I said it yesterday. Oh,
what a block there. A three-pointer. Luboa, no good. Rebounded. A long rebound by Kyrie Bunny. He lobs it up to Chase Shipley. Can't find the room on the baseline. He has to dribble it out, pass it out to King.
My point was going to be, if Keyshawn Cheek is running the point and Anthony Awuna continues to run the floor, he can make Awuna a superstar. With his ability to pass and Awuna's ability to get to the basket, it's going to be a very tough duo if they can get that consistently going. And we've already seen in the second half a few easy layups for Awuna set up by the point guard, Keyshawn Cheek.
A guy that just knows how to set screens and roll to the basket with a point guard that knows how to pass it can be really effective.
He can do that.
He can also drive in the lane by himself. A spin move, and he puts it up and in off the backboard. 33-32. 10 points now for Keyshawn Cheek, and Luboa on the other end answers with 2 of his own.
Yeah, nobody got back and stopped ball. Good take there by Luboa. After it felt like maybe Martinsburg was getting the momentum, big shot there to build a little bit of a lead, but still, I mean, it's only a 3-point game. Martinsburg can hold for the final shot of the quarter.
35-32. 35 seconds left in the third quarter.
My only question will be how fresh will Martinsburg be in this fourth since they didn't use their bench at all here in this third.
Josiah King has it up top with 24 seconds left in the quarter. Trying to drive against Luboa. Too much contact made by Luboa. They'll call the foul on him.
Should be shooting. Since we're at 5.
And they'll bring the ball. Well, they were at first going to bring the ball out on the sideline, but they made the correction. And we got some jawing back and forth out on the court here, it looks like. I think we might have had a technical foul issued on DeRay Goodwin. That was the case, and I think there's a timeout as well. The teams go to the huddle.
I don't know if it's a timeout or they're just sending them to their benches here to kind of straighten some things out. But yeah, I didn't really see that what was going on, but
looked like there was some jawing back and forth between Goodwin and Cheek, I believe. And it looks like it's DeRay Goodwin that'll be called for the technical foul with 21.6 seconds left in the third quarter. And that's big. It's only a 3-point game. Let's see who for Martinsburg is going to shoot. It'll be Josiah King.
Well, he'll shoot at least for the initial foul because we did have a foul that should be 2 shots. And then you have the technical foul, which I don't know.
The technical
if
should
it'll
come
be
first.
Keyshawn or who is shooting those, so they haven't.
Well, that's always up to
the coach, right?
Right.
It looks like they're going to let Cheek shoot him, or I don't know what they don't.
King is standing out there as if he's going to shoot him, but Cheek also is. And King walks away. Cheek's going to shoot the technical fouls. I don't know if maybe King thought that since he's shooting the foul shots that he also got to shoot technical foul, or maybe he was just. He just wanted the chance to score some more points. Cheek makes the first technical foul shot.
This is big, though, because like we said, Martinsburg would have a shot for the last shot.
Cheek
only makes one, though. But still, I mean, you have a chance to tie here due to a technical, opposed to giving the ball back after the 2 regular free throws. Now Shipley shooting, so
makes the first.
That's interesting.
No one.
This might be the technical then, and then I guess they're allowing Cheek to shoot the.
Unless there were 2 technicals called and we just didn't really realize it. That's 4 shots.
I think for some reason King didn't get his free throws. Because I honestly don't think they would choose Keyshawn to shoot those technical free throws. I think Shipley would be the guy chosen for the technical.
And 4 was cleared out for all 4 of those free throws, and Martinsburg has the ball. So there's Martinsburg getting 3 points and keeping possession. Tie game with 10 seconds left in the quarter. King has it. Now Shipley on the left wing. He drives in down the baseline, kicks it into the middle of the paint for Awuna. And with 3 seconds left in the quarter, Martinsburg takes the lead. The game clock runs out for the third quarter. And suddenly the Bulldogs will go into the final 8 minutes with a 2-point lead, 37-35. We'll take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back for the fourth quarter on the final game of the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Mommy, where does flavor come from?
Well, when people love food, they cook it on a Traeger grill. Meat, corn, even pie. And then the Traeger does the rest, which brings everyone to celebrate this beautiful thing that they've created. Because when you share delicious food with your friends, that's the flavor of life.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Start of quarter number 4. Martinsburg ends the third quarter with a 5-point swing. Technical foul called on Linsly. Martinsburg shoots 4 free throws and then keeps possession and gets 2 points from Awuna to go from down 3 to up 2.
And then not only that, they had the possession arrow to start the fourth quarter. So it could really be a 7-point swing if they can execute here. Or an 8.
Three-pointer from King, no good. Hits only the backboard. On the ground, there's a fight for the ball. It's a jump ball between Jackson Murray, seen for the first time, and Chase Shipley.
All right, well, how's Linsly going to respond now? Because clearly the momentum's on Martinsburg's side. You've been frustrated really the full game.
Ball goes out of bounds. Petrosic had it, but it's out of bounds off of Martinsburg. Goodwin has it. Kicks it out to Murray for 3. No good. A long miss. Rebounded by Luboa. And Goodwin puts it up and in. On the putback. Ties it back up at 37. Right wing, it's Kyrie Bunny. He's at the cheek.
Yeah, let's see if Cheek can get something going for this Bulldogs team offensively, whether it be setting somebody up or his own basket, of course.
Josiah King up top. 6:30 left to go in this one. We're tied at 37.
Bulldogs are patient here offensively. Cheek just doing a little bit too much on that one. Needs to turnover.
Luboa kicks it to Goodwin. Foul. So we got a clarification on what happened there at the end of the third quarter. You had the foul that was called, and they were in the bonus, so you shot the 2 free throws for that. Technical foul happened after the foul. So you had the 2 free throws for the foul, then you had the 2 free throws for the technical foul.
Right.
And after the technical foul, possession goes to Martinsburg.
Yeah, I knew that.
So, just in case there was needed to be any clarification on that, the floor being cleared out for all 4 shots may be a little confusing. Might think, why are they shooting 4 technical foul shots?
Yeah, no, I understood that. My only question was, why was King not shooting? But 1 for 2 there.
But the rebound is gotten by Linsly. Jackson Murray open for 3 in the corner, no good. Luboa with a nice tip. Goodwin gets the rebound.
King, the freshman, he ball watches, goes up for the rebound, which is good, but he didn't find a body first. And that allowed Luboa to keep the possession alive for Linsly. Luckily,
and Goodwin tried to make a bounce pass from one block to the other. Missed the mark. It goes out of bounds. Martinsburg will take the ball back. Down by 1 point with 5:45 left in the game. And here comes full court pressure from Linsly. Height trying to inbound the ball to Cheek. Cheek tries to give it right back. Height wasn't ready for it. Hit off of his face, and it's a turnover. Goodwin gets the ball and puts it up for 2 points. Linsly's up by 3 now.
Cheek just getting bodied up around, and Coach Rogers burns a timeout, but still just a 3-point game here, Dylan.
Now let's take the 30-second break with them in this 3-point game. 5.5 minutes left. Skip Fowler Memorial Classic here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, shrimp nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
5.5 minutes left to go here at Martinsburg High School. The Bulldogs on their home floor trailing by 3 points against Linsly Cadets, 40-37. They have the ball. Keyshawn Cheek up top. They'll work it around to the right wing for Chase Shipley. Now back to Josiah King. Back to Keyshawn Cheek. Now left corner for Height. And they'll pass it around. Outside 3-point line. Garrett Height wide open at the left block. Keyshawn Cheek finds him, and Height puts it in for 2 points. His first 2. 40-39. Here comes Luboa the other way. Pushing the pace a little bit. Now they'll slow it down and kick it out to Taylor. 3-pointer from Luboa. No good. He gets his own rebound, though. And Cheek tries to draw the charge, and he does.
I mean, it's hard to not watch Keyshawn Cheek and not be impressed. I mean, both ends of the floor, just smart plays, finding your open teammates, trusting your teammates is one thing that he does really well, and then making a smart play on the defensive end.
And he comes back the other way, tries to make a layup, no good, almost rebounded by Awuna, but it ends up back to Linsly. Petrusik has the ball. Get it over to Luboa. As both sides reset in the half court for the Linsly offense. 4:16 left to go in this game. Goodwin, left block, spins, puts the shot up, and it's good. Here comes Martinsburg the other way. Height dishes to King, and he gets the roll. 2 points for Josiah King.
And King's been really good, too, and I think especially with just being a freshman, playing in one of your early games at the varsity level, and you're going up against Linsly, who's, like I said, they're intimidating when you look at them. But Martinsburg hasn't been intimidated. They've fought this whole time. They've had a great effort so far, and they're right in this ball game.
4 minutes to go exactly. 42-41 Linsly. The Cadets will move the ball up the court. Jackson Murray, 3-pointer, passes up to Taylor, actually, who takes the 3. Air ball, rebounded by Height and fouled by Petrusik.
Well, Martinsburg finds a way to pull this one out. The EPAC's had a great run here in the non-conference. This would be by far the best win, I think, in the non-conference for the EPAC.
It's 4 on Petrusik. And Height calls a timeout. We'll take the 30-second break with them with 3:46 left to go in this one. This is the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Finally, West Virginia is moving in the right direction. As your West Virginia Senate President, Craig Blair has passed the most conservative legislative agenda in the nation. He has fought for our values like banning elective abortions, protecting our Second Amendment rights, and prevented boys from playing in girls' sports. Senator Craig Blair championed the largest tax cut in the history of our state. Craig Blair, a strong conservative leader. Promises made, promises kept. This election, vote for Republican Craig Blair for State Senate. Paid for by the committee to re-elect Craig Blair.
Out of the timeout, Bulldogs trail by 1, 42-41. 3:46 left to go in the final game of the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic. Martinsburg was able to get the win yesterday against North Hagerstown. Linsly got their win against Washington. Big time win. It was a second half comeback for Martinsburg and their win. Full court pressure from Linsly. They're able to get the ball in to Shipley. And the pressure continues up the court. Cheek with it now. Tries to swing a pass into Awuna. Deflected out of bounds by Petrosic.
If he got that one in, I mean, that would have been, what, Tom Brady fitting it into a window or something like that? I mean, maybe Joe Flacco nowadays, with how he's been playing for the Braves.
3.5 minutes to go. Chase Shipley slowing it down. Driving one-on-one against Keeman. Tries to put it up. All high off the backboard. No good, but Awuna's there for the putback. Martinsburg takes the 1-point lead. 43-42. 3:15 left to go.
Well, Anthony Awuna's gotten so much better from last year and this year. And that's been huge for Martinsburg. You knew he had talent before, but he was just kind of raw athleticism. Now he's really turning that into talent on both ends of the floor.
The noise in the gym of Martinsburg High School is starting to pick up. Will Taylor with the ball back up top, guarded by Height. He'll get the ball to the left block for Goodwin. Kick back out, Jackson Murray. Long three. It's good. Jackson Murray. First 3 points of the night gives Linsly a 2-point lead with 2.5 minutes left. On the other side, King losing the ball. Was losing control, almost turned it over, but Coach Rogers calls a timeout before things get too out of hand.
He's only got one left, though. So he's had to burn some timeouts to keep some possessions for his team, but now with 2.5 minutes, he really didn't want to call that. He wanted to keep timeouts probably heading into the final 2 minutes, but now he only has one left, so it's going to have to come down to the kids on the floor making good plays here in these final few minutes. Now, they have time that they can hold for a good shot here and do a lot of different things, so it's not the worst time to get a timeout, but you'd like to probably have 2 timeouts with you in the final minute or so you can stop the clock if you need a game-winning shot or something like that. But we'll see what they draw up here. And, again, they've had to keep these possessions alive with the timeouts, so they've been good timeouts, but could hurt you down the stretch.
Fourth quarter on TV 10, brought to you by Ollie's VIP Northside, the best local spot to catch sports or hang out with friends. Stop by 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. Ollie's VIP will see you for the game. And also by Modern Realty Results, the Larry DeMarco team at 21st Century Modern Realty Results. If you're looking for a home in the tri-state, they have you covered.
Well, they saved the best game for last, Dylan.
They sure did.
I wasn't sure what kind of game we were going to get, but
it's the 2 winners from yesterday.
We got a great one.
They've shown to be very evenly matched. Martinsburg with the ball. Comes King on the right corner, working it into the paint, and now kicks it back out. Chase Shipley resets at the top of the key. Gets the call in. Goes away from the screen from Awuna. Kicks it to Awuna. Just past the free throw line. His jumper, no good. And you get guys tied up. Murray and Shipley on the other end. No call. As Shipley has the rebound, and it'll be a timeout for Linsly with 2:02 left to go, and they lead by 2 points. We'll take this 30-second break with them. This is the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Linsly's timeout up by 2. Comes with 2:02 left to go. That'll be DeRay Goodwin inbounding. He gets it into Taylor in the backcourt. So here we go. Officially under 2 minutes left. Martinsburg down by 2 points. Working the ball. Goodwin trying to back down Bunny. Passes it back out to Murray. They'll work it over to Laboa. He tries to drive in against Cheek. Kicks out to Murray. Now over to Taylor. He drives by Shipley. But then here comes a double team by Cheek. Just barely gets rid of it. But Kyrie Bunny comes in for the steal. Tries to pass it. He turns it right back over. And the fight for the ball between King and Luboa on the floor is a jump ball. And the possession error goes to Martinsburg.
Just great effort on the Martinsburg side and really on the Linsly side as well. But, both teams just diving all over the floor. Both teams won it. I mean, it's been an intense game.
1:28 left to go. And on the inbounds, it's deflected by Luboa as they try to get it in the Cheek. 1 second comes off the clock, down to 1:27. And now Kyrie Bunny has to move in front of the Linsly bench for this inbound. Guarded by Goodwin. And, Cheek gives it away near the sideline. Tried to throw it off of Luboa out of bounds and missed. It's a turnover and then a foul by Martinsburg.
Yeah, Martinsburg was having a tough time getting it in over Goodwin with his length. And then you end up getting it to Keyshawn Cheek, and he tries to force a turnover on the other end, but instead throws it away.
Timeout taken by Linsly.
Still plenty of time left. Did they call a shooting foul or on the floor here, Dylan?
I don't think they were in the act of
I didn't
shooting.
think it was shooting, so should be out of bounds here for Linsly with a minute 22. They have a 2-point lead. So now, they're going into their offensive, okay, we're going to probably try to hold the ball for a good shot. So you're going to see a lot of motion, work the ball around the perimeter. Martinsburg can foul, but don't have to foul yet. You can probably wait till about a minute until you're in a situation where you want to foul to extend the game. So, minute 22, they have, 2 fouls to give before the bonus. So you're in a pretty good spot, I think, for both sides, and a lot of basketball left to be played.
Martinsburg breaks their huddle.
But ideally here, if you're Martinsburg, you want to force a turnover, which you've done a pretty good job of throughout. So, we'll see what happens here. It's going to be on the baseline, so it's going to be tough to force one, but you can't allow Salazar or Goodwin to catch one on the low block.
Been a quiet second half for Salazar. No points after 13 in the first half. Goodwin has the ball up top. Going to get it to Taylor. 1:15 on the clock. Taylor guarded closely by King. Going to get the ball over to Murray. Awuna goes for the steal. Ends up making contact with Murray.
As you're going for the steal again, and it's not the bonus yet. That's only the 4th. So you have 1 to give here.
Goodwin inbounds it to Taylor. Guarded by Shipley. 1:05 left to go. Handoff to Luboa. Contact. Shipley falls. No call either way. Pass it in. Goodwin has it on the block. Now back out to Murray. Back to Goodwin again.
Pretty soon.
Up top to Luboa. 50 seconds on the clock. Luboa drives in. Kicks it to Goodwin. Back out to Murray. Linsly doing a good job of just trying to run the clock out. Back to Taylor. 38 seconds left now. When will Martinsburg try to foul? There's Salazar wide open on the block. Gets 2 points. 47-43 with 30 seconds left. Shipley, wild shot on the other end. No good. Rebounded by Salazar. 20 seconds left.
Yeah, Shipley tried to draw a foul, and honestly, I think there could have been a call. But the officials don't give it to him.
And
I just feel like if you foul earlier there, if you're Martinsburg, because you got tired, and that's what ended up opening up the Salazar layup. If you foul earlier, you extend the game a little bit.
Well, after the ball goes out of bounds on some wild play, Kyrie Bunny went after it. Looked like it might have gone out of bounds off of him. It went out of bounds off of Luboa, I believe. They say it was last touched by Linsly.
I mean, maybe Linsly makes the free throws, and again, you're still in this situation, but you're down 4 with 16 seconds. There's not a lot of time left. If you foul around a minute.
He didn't really extend the game out.
Yeah, you never know what can happen. So I get it. You're trying to force a steal, but with no shot clock and a good coach team and Linsly, a team that has, been in this situation probably before and knows how to hold the ball, you force yourself into a wide open layup. That's too easy. I'd rather make them earn it at the line and extend the game a little bit.
Right.
But, I mean, Coach Rogers and his staff, they know what they're doing. They're a very good coach team as well. Just because Wojcik's coached at the highest level doesn't mean that he's necessarily a better coach. It's just Coach Rogers hasn't left. And he's done a lot of great things here as well. So, I'm not trying to question the decision, but it's just maybe an option that you had that you didn't play out, and now you're down by 4 with 16 seconds. It's a tough situation, but you still have time.
You could say you've only scored 43 points in this, then you extend the game out. You need to make more shots in that situation. Shipley drives in, spin move, left hand. He makes it. 8 seconds. Clock's not stopping for the inbounds. They get the inbound and the foul. Clock stopped with 3.4 seconds left. Clock did not stop after the made shot. And 2 points from Chase Shipley. Made the shot with about 9 seconds left, maybe 8. The clock ran down. See if there's any sort of discussion. There was some discussing between the Martinsburg team and the officials, but it doesn't look like there's going to be any sort of resetting of the clock. So, as far as we know, clock didn't need to stop. 3.4 seconds left. It's a timeout from Martinsburg. It's their last timeout. They trail by 2 points. Linsly.
I believe, I don't think this clock stops on a made shot in high school basketball. I don't believe.
You had some yelling from the crowd about stopping the clock, but that's, I think,
don't always know the rules.
Right, of course, that's, if you're used to basketball at one level and not the other quite as much, sometimes you assume the rules are the same. It's not always the case. So after the inbounds, they get the ball into Taylor. He's fouled with 2.8 seconds left. So now they are in the bonus. So Will Taylor, who has 12 points on the night, 5 in the first half, 7 in the second half, will have a chance to pretty much ice this game if he can go 2 for 2 from the line. With only 2.8 seconds left and a 2-point lead. He can put the Cadets up by 4. With Martinsburg only having time for one shot. Taylor makes the first. So now even if it's a miss, first of all, we'll get a timeout from Linsly. As Taylor gets himself up to 13 points on the night. Still 2.8 seconds left for the second free throw coming up. So even if Taylor were to miss here, Martinsburg with no timeouts will have that 2.8 seconds to get a rebound, probably one dribble, and close to a full court shot to try to send it to overtime.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I mean, if you do get a miss here, you have an opportunity. Even with a make, you still have an opportunity if you're able to get fouled. But again, with 2.8 seconds,
obviously
Linsly's going to play off at that point if
right.
it's a 4-point game. So you need a miss and you need a miracle to send it to overtime. But overall, I mean, I'm very impressed with both teams. I think Martinsburg really fought, and Linsly just, they've been in this situation before. They found a way to close it out on probably wasn't their best game. We know they can play better, but at the end of the day, they probably pull this one out, barring a miracle here from Martinsburg.
Here's the free throw from Taylor. It's no good. Awuna, Bunny, tries to get it to King, throws it up in time. Off the backboard, no good. 2 passes made in that time.
Yeah, honestly, that was very impressive to get that kind of look.
But the shot from King, he was open, but it was a long 3. He was tough. It was a tough spinning, sort of off-balance shot. It was all he had time to get off.
I mean, you got to look, though, and honestly, it almost kissed off the glass and in, but, just
a little strong.
A little bit too strong, like you said, but, considering to get that shot and very well executed there from Martinsburg in the final few seconds. So, tough loss, but, I mean, hey, it's a battle like this against a Linsly team that, like I said, if Martinsburg would have won tonight, I think this would have been the best win in the non-conference for the EPAC. But overall, I think you can say Martinsburg is going to compete this year in what's going to be a very interesting EPAC season. And I can't wait for Tuesday night, Dylan. We got Jefferson and Martinsburg.
Absolutely. Well, for now, let's take a 2-minute break after this 48-45 win for Linsly over Martinsburg. And after that 2-minute break, we'll be back with the Palace Lounge postgame show. This is the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs? Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you can be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How can I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm John Everson, Private Wealth Advisor with the Marius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Welcome into the Palace Lounge postgame show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10, following a 48-45 victory for Linsly over Martinsburg in the final game of the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic. Dylan Bishop and Nick Verzolini here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Postgame show brought to you by Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg, with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. Nick, it was tightly contested the entire way, but Linsly was able to pull it out in the end.
Yeah, I think Martinsburg came in, they battled against a team that looked pretty unbeatable against Washington yesterday in Linsly. I mean, they were dunking all over them, making threes, just kind of doing their thing. And to be honest, with how Martinsburg started yesterday, I was like, we're probably in for more of the same tonight. But as the game went on yesterday against North Hagerstown, you saw some good things from Martinsburg, saw some of the potential. And then tonight they just carried over some of that momentum. They played hard, they battled, played much better on both ends of the floor throughout the entire game, and challenged the Linsly team that, again, looked like they were on a completely different level. So I think Martinsburg can be very happy with the result, even though it's a loss. This team is going to, I think, compete in the EPAC this year, which is something they at times did 2 years ago, but weren't quite where you wanted them to be. And last year was the worst season under Coach Rogers, 8-15. So it was just an unreally thinkable year for them. And now this year they're trying to return to glory, and I think they can do that if they continue to play the way they played here tonight, because I think you're not going to see a team with this much size and athleticism in the EPAC. There's a lot of good teams, but not somebody like Linsly. So you can be very happy, I think, if you're Martinsburg, and if you're Linsly, you got what you wanted out of this thing, which was a good competitive game compared to last night, which wasn't. And they can walk away and continue to get better. So just a few plays here down the stretch separated the two teams, but I think Martinsburg showed a ton of potential here tonight of what they could be this year, and I think you got to be excited if you're a Bulldog fan.
Definitely. Let's get into our game stats, which are brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers. Let's get and look at Linsly. 3 points for Murray, 6 for Goodwin, 13 for Will Taylor, 15 for Ruben Salazar, 6 for Laboa, 2 for Petrovic, 2 for Keeman. And then for Martinsburg, 14 points for Josiah King, 12 points for Keyshawn Cheek, 9 for Chase Shipley, 8 for Anthony Awuna, 2 for Garrett Height. So that's your game stats there, points for each side. Let's get into some of our awards now. Nick, we'll start with the rejection of the game, brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Family-owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced, certified technicians. You can call them at 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. Nick, the rejection of the game.
I'm going to go with the Kyrie Bunny block in the second quarter. I thought there were a few good ones by Awuna, but Bunny definitely impressed me with that chase down block. It was a good hustle play, and I think that would be my rejection of the game.
And we'll go to our moment of the game, brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley Medical Center and Jefferson Medical Center, leading healthcare here and everywhere.
I'm going to go with the Jackson Murray 3 late in the ball game. A guy that hadn't scored the whole game, and it just showed, I think, what Linsly has. Like, so many guys that can put it in the basket at any given time. And game's kind of late. Martinsburg's right there in it, but Murray hits a big 3, and it's just like, this team just has so much depth and so much talent that a guy that hasn't scored all game can make a big shot like that. So I feel like that was kind of the moment in the game where Linsly kind of separated themselves a little bit from the Bulldogs here tonight.
And finally, the Kelly Allstate Insurance Player of the Game, brought to you by Kelly Allstate Insurance. For all your insurance needs, call Gary Kelly at 304-263-4596 or stop by 724 Lakeview Drive in Martinsburg.
This was tough because this game had a lot of different moments where it felt like a player on Linsly was playing kind of as the player of the game, but I think overall Will Taylor would be my choice with his 13 points.
There was no one player that sort of overwhelmed.
Yeah, Salazar had the first half, but I felt like Taylor kind of did the most throughout the entire game on both ends of the floor, and he kind of makes it go for Linsly. So when he's playing well, they're playing well, and I feel like he would be my player of the game if I had to choose just one individual tonight. But, I think Martinsburg had a lot of guys play really well, and honestly had more probably nominees for player of the game because they had less of a balanced attack, but I would go with Taylor since he was on the winning side.
Well, there you go. It was a close win for Linsly over Martinsburg after a win for North Hagerstown over Washington. And then yesterday's game, it was Linsly winning over Washington, Martinsburg winning over North Hagerstown. So in the end, Linsly goes 2-0. Martinsburg and North Hagerstown go 1-1. Washington goes 0-2 in the 2023 Skip Fowler Memorial Classic. That'll do it for us here from Martinsburg High School. Our cameraman, John Alderton, back in the studio. You'll hear from Colin McLaughlin with the post-game scoreboard show. Shout out to him for running things back at the studio all day long here today. Nick Verzolini with the insight and the analysis. I'm Dylan Bishop saying so long from Martinsburg High School. Hoping you have a great rest of your Friday evening. And when you next hear from us, it'll be 2024. So Happy New Year to everyone out there. This has been the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic here on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10.
One of the questions lawyers get asked the most is, what is my case worth?
I'm Steven Skinner, and this is my brother Andrew with Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers.
The truth is, it's very difficult for a lawyer to pinpoint a number because every case is different.
We get to know each situation and we'll give you an idea of what your case is worth and why.
The sooner we get involved, the better we can do getting you the compensation you deserve.
Google Skinner Lawyers or go to skinnerwins.com. We'll treat you like family.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
At Dutch Miller Automotive, we've grown quite a bit over the last 60 years, but our core principles remain the same. We believe in treating our customers and our team members like friends and family, and we see it as our obligation to give back to all the communities we are so fortunate to do business in. In just West Virginia alone, we've grown from one location on the west end of Huntington to 10 rooftops employing more than 500 Mountaineers. Check out the inventory from all of our stores at DutchMillerAuto.com. Dutch Miller Automotive Group, West Virginia proud.
WVU Medicine Jefferson Medical Center is proud to announce that our total hip and knee replacement surgery programs recently earned the Joint Commission's Gold Seal of Approval. Achieving this prestigious Joint Commission certification distinguishes Jefferson Medical Center for the excellent care our orthopedic team provides at every stage from pre-admission to acute hospital stay and discharge. It also demonstrates Jefferson Medical Center's ongoing commitment to improving patient care. WVU Medicine, leading healthcare here and everywhere.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Ollie's VIP North Side is the best spot to catch all your favorite teams. Join us Monday for dollar wings and Monday Night Football, Thursdays on the patio for the cornhole tourney, Friday night lights with happy hour specials, or Saturdays during or after the college games for steak night. Get a ribeye or New York steak for just $26.95. Ollie's has great food and drink menus too, along with 17 TVs to watch any game of your choice from anywhere at the bar or their outdoor patio and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP North Side. We'll see you for the game.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs. Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Welcome into the And One post-game scoreboard show on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10. Colin McLaughlin here as our final score. Linsly, 48. Martinsburg, 45. In the finale of the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic, the Linsly Cadets hang on, come back in the fourth quarter, and give the Martinsburg Bulldogs their first loss of the season as Linsly survives and stays undefeated. Let's now take a look at some scores. Starting off in NCAA college football, some bowl games taking place earlier today. Final score from the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl, number 22 Clemson 38, Kentucky 35. In the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, it was number 16 Notre Dame 40, number 19 Oregon State 8. The AutoZone Liberty Bowl, Memphis loses to Iowa State, gets the win over Iowa State. ESPN for some reason glitching. Memphis 36, Iowa State 26. For some reason that ESPN right now on the website is the score flipped. In the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic, 2:30 left in quarter number 2. Very low scoring between number 7 Ohio State and number 9 Mizzou. The Buckeyes lead 3-0. Top 25 action on the hardwood NCAA. Number 9, North Carolina taking care of business right now against Charleston Southern. 65-35 UNC leads with 14 minutes left in the second half. Number 21, Texas leads UNC Greensboro 50-25 in the second half. Number 11, Illinois leads Fairleigh Dickinson 19-12 with 11:20 left in the first half. Also in the first half, it's number 13 Gonzaga leading San Diego State 24-23 with 10 minutes left in half number 1. Number 15 Colorado State taking on Adams State. Colorado State leads 28-14 with 10:44 left in the first half. Tipping off at 10:30, it's number 4 Arizona at California. Final scores from earlier today: number 1 Purdue beat Eastern Kentucky 80-53. Number 8 Kentucky beat Illinois State 96-70. Number 18 Clemson beat Radford 93-58. Over to the NBA now. Fourth quarter, it's the Magic leading the Knicks 103-97. 8:43 left in the fourth. The Hawks lead the Kings 102-91. 6:22 left in the fourth. It's the Raptors leading the Celtics right now, who's the best team in the NBA, 107-104. The Bucks lead the Cavs at the start of the fourth quarter, 92-80. Halftime, it's the Rockets leading the 76ers, 63-62. In the first quarter, it's the Thunder leading the Nuggets, 22-18. Suns and Hornets tied at 21 in quarter number 1. At 10 o'clock, it's the Spurs and the Trailblazers. At 10:30, it's the Grizzlies and the Clippers. And sound the alarm here at the Talk Radio WRNR studio. The Wizards get the win over the Nets, 110-104, giving Washington its 6th win of the season, 3rd at home. We'll wrap things up with some NHL scores before we end things here. Devils lead the Senators 5-2. Predators and the Red Wings tied at 4-4. Panthers lead the Rangers 3-2. Maple Leafs lead the Blue Jackets 5-4. And the Islanders get the win over the Capitals 2-0. Avalanche lead the Blue, or are tied with the Blues, 1-1. Stars lead the Blackhawks 3-2 at 10 o'clock tonight. It's Coyotes and the Ducks, the Flyers, and the Kraken. That wraps things up here. Again, final score from our game tonight: Linsly 48, Martinsburg 45. is the final score. This has been the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic on Talk Radio WRNR. TV10, Happy New Year, everybody.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by
Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Rocks, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Brown's Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda, Craig Blair for State Senate, Orsini's Home Store, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Berkeley County Health Department, Hagerstown Ford, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Modern Realty Results, Ollie's, The Palace Lounge, Bechtel Jewelers, Cody's Auto Body, WVU Medicine, Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance, and the Mountaineer Grill and Pub.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and NBA basketball, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.
My book, Michael T. and I wrote books, so he'll talk about his book when he gets up. I wrote this book, this children's book called Oval's Birthday, and I did all the drawings and illustrations in here. And it's a sight word book, and it's about the shape. Where is he? There it is, oval. There's oval. Kind of reminds me of me a little bit. And it says birthday. But all the other shapes are going to throw them a surprise birthday party, but they want to distract oval. So if you can read a few sight words, you'll be able to read this book. It's an awesome book. And of course, believe it or not, this book took me a year to put together. Rewrites, and rewrites.